It's only me, Trace. Oh, cheers, mate. You wouldn't rub my feet for me, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
I tell you, this is the worst job I've ever had. That shop's been packed all day. And that dirty old baker keeps trying to pin me up against the oven.
Cheek, you're only the temporary relief.
That's what he's after.
But you don't have to put up with that. You talk to the agency, tell them to get you another job.
They haven't got any. So I'm stuck with Mr. Crumpet and his iced fingers. What are you reading?
It's a newsletter, you know, from that Siobhan who runs the prisoners' dependents group.
New governor wants banging. What's he asking for? Volunteers?
It says hanging, not banging. The new governor supports hanging.
Well, it looks like banging. Why does she do these things handwritten? By the time they're photocopied, you can't make head nor tail of them. What's for dinner then, Trace?
Leftovers.
Leftovers from when? There was nothing left of that casserole we had last night. I licked the dish out. Well, it saves getting a cat, doesn't it?
I'm warming up some stuff I found in the back of the freezer.
What is it?
I don't know, the label's come off.
Trace?
I'm economising, we're skint, aren't we?
Yeah, and why's that? Because you haven't got yourself a job.
Oh, don't start all that.
Well, you've got to put yourself out a bit, you know. Job centre don't make house calls. What about that office job advertised in the paper? Did you ring up for that?
Well, I looked for it, but I couldn't see it in there.
What are you talking about? I put a big red ring round it. It was more obvious than Bruce Forsyth's syrup.
Look, there's no point in me going for jobs like that. They'll want some 17-year-old with hair down her back and a skirt up her jacksie.
Mature applicant preferred, it said.
I'm only 33.
Well, they'll accept that as mature. They don't know you still sleep with Mr. Snuggles. Look, we can't live on just what I earn. Eating unidentified frozen objects, always dodging the milkman, never being able to afford a night out on a razzle.
That's all you're worried about, isn't it? Getting Brahms up some wine bar.
It ain't a crime to want a social life, you know. I wouldn't mind, but you wouldn't have to do a poxy job like mine. You can type, you went to school, you got an education.
So did you.
Learning how to knit makeup from Woolworths don't count.
Sorry to barge in, but I was wondering if a number of psychology textbooks had arrived here by mistake.
No.
Only I was expecting them, you see.
Don't you dare ask her why.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, don't be so heartless. Ask me why.
Dor, if you've got something to say, come out with it.
I have just been accepted by the Open University to do a degree in psychology. Well, it is quite exciting, you know. In a few years' time, my hobby could become my profession.
Well, that'd be handy. Tracy can have the job as your pimp.
What? Ah, what's up?
I'm depressed.
Oh, don't worry. It's probably down to being stuck in prison.
Do you reckon? And there was me blaming it on the E numbers.
Are you coming to the interim football tomorrow? I've had a fiver on C-Wing.
C-Wing? They've got hope.
No. Apparently, they've got a good new centre-half.
Oh, yeah? Tony Adams been nicked again, has he?
Well, nothing in Tracy's letter to cheer you up.
Nah. They're skint. That's all she's doing is moaning. I wish money was my only problem.
Here, Dal, does Tracy ever talk about that trollop who lives next door? Doreen, innit?
Yeah, she mentions her.
My Sharon's always talking about her. You ever seen her?
Yeah, when I had that jaunt after me appendix op.
What's she like?
Bit of the sort. Not a bad boat. Tight body, but not a lot up here.
That's never bothered me much. Any more than a handful's a waste. Yeah. Would you?
At a push.
Would I?
Is there any bird you wouldn't?
So, well, what are you going to do then?
About what?
About Tracy being skinned. You ought to tell her to get a job. Be the best thing for her. You spoil her, you know. Gave her too many years of la Dolce Vita. I never let my shaman get like that. Always kept her in harness.
I'll say. She was in a wheelchair. You tied J-cloths to the wheels so she could go out cleaning. Nah, I never liked the idea of my Tracy working. Especially not now. It'll expose her to too many geezers all too willing to take advantage of a woman on her own.
If she's going to go off with another bloke, she'll go. It make no difference whether or not she's got a job.
Oi!
Well, it won't. I mean, the only way you're going to stop her from seeing other blokes is if you stick her in a convent. If she's at home all day, she'd be in danger from double glazing salesmen. Hey, one could call round during the day and catch her in her dressing gown, smile his way in for a coffee. Then, as she's leading him into the kitchen, her dressing gown gets caught on the handle of the door and it falls away, revealing her all tackled up. Fishnets, black sussies, one of them peephole bras.
All right, all right.
Sorry. That's just one of my fantasies. Not with your Tracy, no, with that bird from the Gold Blend Dad.
Oh, yeah. Me and all.
Look at this. Oh, excuse me. I was up early this morning.
Wanted to get home before your husband woke up. Have a cake, doll.
Oh, are these from your baker's?
Certainly not. I wouldn't eat anything that pervert made. I know what he uses to poke the holes in the doughnuts.
Doesn't that advert sound like the perfect job for Tracy?
Receptionist stroke typist, 11k a year, would suit married woman returning to the job market. Yeah, it sounds great. But I've shown her half a dozen like these. She's kicked them all back. I don't know what's the matter with her.
I wonder if she's suffering from a psychological trauma.
Oh, stop it. Ever since you've been doing this psychology lark, you've been looking for hidden meanings in everything. Look, Dot, if I don't like bananas, it's 'cause I'm fussy. It's got nothing to do with catching me dad playing with his submarine in the bath when I was 7.
So you can remember exactly how old you were?
Stop it, will ya?
Did I tell you I got a B double plus for my first essay on Freud's The Ego and the Id?
I never read that one. I thought I'd wait for the film.
I'm finding it very mentally stimulating. It is an extremely demanding subject. My tutor is amazed at how quickly I've grasped it.
Well, he don't know you as well as we do.
Very few are capable of embracing its complexities.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a load of old earwax. All you need to be a psychologist is a leather couch and enough cheek to charge someone 50 quid for an hour's chat.
A classic response from one who finds the subject beyond their understanding.
Oh, yeah. I might have been voted girl least likely to learn to read at school, but I got your psychology sussed out.
You think so?
I know so. You're not doing this Open University degree for mental stimulation. You're doing it for the same reason you've slept with half the men in the phone book. You are trying to fill a void in your empty existence. Not wrong, am I? No, you're not just the old tart that everyone thinks of. What you're doing is searching for a fully satisfying relationship with a man. I mean, your husband loves you, but he can't keep you happy physically. Your lovers keep you happy physically, but they don't love you. No, my guess is it started in your childhood. I mean, you always talk about your mum, but you never mention your dad, do you? Bit of a cold fish, was he? Never give you much affection.
He used to sign my birthday cards. Regards, A.R. Friedman, brackets, Mr. Oh, God, Sharon, I must be so transparent. Am I that easy to read?
No. But your diary is.
How dare you?
It was an accident. I was looking in your handbag for your sweet eggs. It sort of fell open. Idle. I love that story about you waking up after that wild and passionate night to find the bloke had written 2 out of 10 on your bum.
sitting? What's going on?
She has read my diary.
Sharon!
Oh, it's only a laugh.
Well, I don't think it's funny.
Don't get yourself in a state. I said I was sorry.
When? I didn't hear you.
All right, Dora, I'm very sorry I read your diary. You can read mine if you like, then we'll be even.
Oh, hardly. Your daily routine is no secret. Got up, ate, went back to bed. What you have done is unforgivable. It really is.
Right, I said I'm sorry. What else can I do?
Nothing, just don't talk to me. Here, Tracy. I brought you this.
Why are you giving me the Jewish Chronicle?
There's a job advertised in it.
I can't do ritual circumcisions.
Not that one, the one underneath for the receptionist.
Oh, yeah.
What did I tell you? Not interested.
I thought I asked you not to speak to me. Look, what's the problem? Why didn't you go for that job?
Oh, don't you start, Dora. I'll get enough from her.
Well, you must like to hear me moaning, otherwise you'd get a job to shut me up.
Look, do me a favour and don't talk to me either.
Look, whatever is troubling you, it's best to talk about it. You'll have to sometime. The problem won't just go away.
Well, it sounds stupid, but it's because I've never been out and done a proper job in my life. You can't count that bit of typing I did when I left school. I was only there 5 minutes before Daryl got me pregnant. I've got no confidence. If I try and go out and do a job after all these years, I'm going to mess it up. Make a total idiot of myself.
Don't be daft, Trace.
You're right. It is a matter of confidence. Now, if you could just be more positive.
But I can't. Every time I think about it, I get a knot in my stomach and I start to sweat.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'll talk to Daryl.
What's the point? I mean, what can he do? It's up to you, Trace. You've got to pull your finger out, girl.
Shut up!
Aye, put them tongues away.
Daryl! Calm down. You should know by now what a prat he is. Why are you so wound up?
It's this place.
Oh, no. I heard from Garthy. That public school really seems to be rubbing off on him. He said he played rugger the other day and this boy got a boot right in his testicles. Well, he wouldn't have been calling him that if he'd gone to the comprehensive.
He can be anything he wants with a public school education. Solicitor, accountant. Then he can rob people legal. He won't have to end up in this stinking rat hole.
School fees are going up again.
Oh, I tell you, Trace, I don't think I can stand it in here much longer. The only time I get out of my cell nowadays is to slop out.
I've got a problem I need to talk to you about.
I mean, it comes to something when the highlight of your day is flushing out your carsy.
Like I said in my letter, Daryl, money's getting really tight. I don't know what to do.
There's not even anything to laugh at in neighbours since Des and his ears left.
Daryl, will you listen to me?
No, Tracy, I won't, because you're always moaning. You're supposed to come in here to cheer me up. I'll tell you what to do with your skin. Get yourself a job.
But you never wanted me to work.
Well, I do now, if it'll stop you moaning.
But I can't get a job.
Can't? What do you mean, can't? You're being pathetic. You think you got problems? You try being in here, love.
Yeah? And you want to try being outside on your own. If I'm pathetic, it's down to you. You shouldn't have stopped me going to work when I wanted to all them years ago. You made me depend on you for everything. Told me not to worry because you'd always be there to look after me. Well, a bloody good job you made of that, getting yourself banged up for 12 years.
You're out of order,
And
Tracy.
so are you. What you looking at?
Every time I visit Chris, it just reminds me of what Aunt Sylvia always says.
What?
You don't have to be a bigamist to have a husband too many.
I never knew Daryl could be such a pain.
They're so full of their own problems, they can't give a toss about ours. Who's that, Trace? I know her from somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It's Siobhan. She runs the prisoners' dependents group.
Hello, Trace. How are you?
All right. Do you remember Sharon?
Yeah, we met before.
That's right, it was on my last visit.
Can't be. That was ages ago.
Too true. Be a bloody long time before I come again.
Bad visit.
I don't know, never had a good one.
So how's life up Chigwell Castle?
Okay.
I don't know how you can afford to keep that place going. Still, good luck to you. I was just unlucky enough to marry the sort of villain who'd go in to turn over a bookmaker's, come out 50 quid down.
Got your newsletter the other week.
Oh, how was it? Could you read it all right?
Yeah.
Honestly, Trace, tell Fergie she had good dress sense. It was poxy, Siobhan. We could hardly make it out.
Sharon?
No, she's right. But I've got to do it by hand since my typewriter broke.
Tracy's got a word processor that's gathering dust. She could do the typing for you.
Where's Garfi's computer?
So he don't use it. It's a 5-minute wonder. You know what kids are like.
Well, I wouldn't want to put you to any trouble.
No, it's no trouble. Well, you ain't got nothing else to do, have you, Trace?
Oh, would you, Trace? I'd be ever so grateful. I'm really snowed under.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, thanks. What, will you give me a ring then?
Yeah, I'll make sure she don't forget.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, look, I better get on. Thanks a lot, Trace. Bye.
See you, Siobhan. What's the matter with you?
Do you enjoy embarrassing me?
Sorry, Trace, did you hear that? It's the prison tea, it always gives me wind. It's only joking.
You know what I'm talking about, telling her I'd work for her. Didn't you listen to what I said earlier?
Yes, Trace, that's why I did it. I thought if you did a bit of voluntary work for her, it'd give you a bit of confidence.
Well, you was wrong. I'm just going to make a complete idiot of myself.
I'd change there then.
Money, mind you don't slip on our Tony's skateboard. Oh, talk of the devil. Tony, if you wake that baby up, I'm going to give you a good hiding. Now turn that television down. Do you know, he's worse than a pit bull terrier.
There's a lot to do, isn't there? It's years since I did any proper typing. Look, if I make a balls up, Siobhan, you'll let me know, wouldn't you?
Tracy just made a balls up.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, they weren't in any order. Do you know, I ought to get myself an in tray and an out tray. Still, you'd be able to sort it all out, wouldn't you? If I have to come down there to you, my lad, I'm going to give you...
checks here that you haven't paid in.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
You have, yeah. Look, and there's bills that haven't been paid.
Oh, no. Oh, just a minute, it'll be a minute. Tony! Tony, you're supposed to be drawing in your book, not on your sister's face. And what's that cat litter tray doing down there? Well, put it back. Now go and wash your hands, go on, and turn that television off. Oh, gee.
Have you seen this letter from Mrs. Carter?
No, I don't think I've got to that one yet. Like I said, it's all been getting on top of me.
Well, her husband's inside, but she reckons she's got evidence that he's innocent.
Oh, no. Your china cabinet. Oh, no, he's started her off. Look, can you just make a start here while I go and sort him out?
Well, I could sort out some of the bills that need paying.
Oh, that'd be great, thanks. Right, Tony, that's your lot. I'm sending you to Dr. Bernardo's.
Shocking. That poor Mrs. Carter. It's bad enough having your husband inside if he's guilty, but if he's innocent...
Well, does it really matter, Tracy? By his own wife's admission, Carter's an habitual criminal. So even if he's innocent of this crime, I bet there are dozens of others he's got away with.
That's not the point. I mean, you've had dozens of affairs, but you wouldn't think it was fair if Marcus accused you of having it off with someone you hadn't. That's assuming he could find someone you hadn't.
Tracy!
Well...
What's your choice?
What's this?
Fresh strawberry pavlova. It's a peace offering for reading your diary. Friends again? Ain't from my baker's, honest.
Oh, very well.
Well, come on, get it open then. I've been dreaming about getting my teeth into that all the way home. What are you doing, Trace?
All Siobhan's stuff. I couldn't work round there. It was like a madhouse. Honestly, she was in a right state. Letters unopened, nothing filed. Took me ages to sort it all out. Look, if you want a coffee show, you'll have to do your own. Me and Doreen are writing a letter to a solicitor she knows about this bloke Carter whose wife reckons he's been fitted up.
Right. Who are you and what have you done with my sister? When I left the house this morning, you couldn't address an envelope without breaking out in a cold sweat.
I've only sorted out a few bills and that's all. And someone had to help Mrs. Carter. I felt so sorry for her. Oh, excuse me. Gotta go. Dor, don't let her touch nothing.
Come on a bundle, isn't she?
Her confidence is beginning to build.
Yeah, thanks to me, kicking her off her jacksie and getting her to go round Siobhan's.
You were lucky. You threw her in the deep end and she swam. She could have drowned.
What are you doing, Doc?
I'm just making some notes. You see, I have worked out that Tracy is suffering from low self-esteem syndrome. Now, I'm going to ask her if I can write her up as a case history for my degree to be a testament to her achievements.
She won't want all and sundry reading about her problems. If there's one thing our family's got, it's pride.
I'll give you £25 to convince her to say yes.
50.
Done.
Where's your Jewish Chronicle with a job advertised in it? If Tracy can do all this work for Siobhan and let her write into solicitors, she can get herself a little job.
No, you must be careful not to push her too quickly. Low self-esteem sufferers have to be brought along slowly. Listen to this. The subject should be treated with kid gloves, not placed under any undue pressure, and whenever possible made to stand with their hands behind their backs.
It's not for self-esteem, that's for self-abuse.
Well, the principle's the same. You must be tactful.
So, gonna stop acting like a silly tart now, Trace, and get yourself a job?
I don't know. All it took to sort this lot out was a bit of common sense.
And what do you think you need to become a receptionist stroke typist? Degree in astrophysics?
You don't have to if you don't feel ready yet.
Look, all you got to do is think positive. And remember at the interview to keep your hands behind your back.
OK, 7 o'clock. Why not? Really?
Stop trying to talk posh, Trace.
OK.
I'm not.
Oh, when the lift attendant said it was a nice day, you went, it is, isn't it?
Get off my back, will you? I'm nervous enough as it is.
Can I help you?
I'm Tracy Stubbs. I've come for the job interview.
If you'd each like to fill in one of these forms, then wait for your names to be called.
No, I don't want one.
She don't look like she's got much grey matter.
Ain't what's between her ears what gets her work, Trace.
Look at that lot. They're kids. I feel like Barbara Cartland.
Just a bit of confidence, will ya? It means they ain't had a lot of experience. Probably the most responsible position they've ever held is milk monitor.
I'm starting to sweat.
You're all right, it's only plastic seats. Come on, fill your form in.
Right. Qualifications? None.
What about your 7 O-levels?
What 7 O-levels?
Any 7 you like, make 'em up.
I'm not telling lies. Now, where was I? Qualifications? None. Previous job experience? None. Number of years of experience on Wang word processing system? None. Hobbies? None.
Look, why don't you undo a few buttons and flash a bit of cleavage, eh?
I don't understand this. What does this mean? Look, SHWPM.
Schwuppum. Dunno.
Excuse me, what does schwuppen mean?
It stands for shorthand words per minute.
Take no notice of them, Trace. Just put down how many you can do.
None. Typing speed.
Well, that you can fill in. What's fast?
100 words per minute.
What can you do?
About 17. But this is stupid. I was right all along. I'm unemployable.
Oh, don't give up, Trace.
I'll see you at home.
Tracy!
Has your friend left?
Yeah, you frightened her off. She said she couldn't work here because she could never match your example. She thought you were so intelligent and efficient.
You're joking.
Of course I am, love. Where you been, Trace? I've been worried sick about you.
I went shopping to cheer myself up.
Did you get anything?
Only a blouse that I realised on the way home wouldn't go with anything I got. Can't even shop properly. I made a right fool of myself up that firm.
It was my fault, Trace. Dorian said I shouldn't push you too hard.
Tell me the truth, Shell. Do you think I'm stupid?
No.
Well, Mum and Dad always thought I was. Whenever I came home from school and showed them my report, they'd just shake their heads and say, never mind, you've still got your looks.
You was lucky. Whenever I showed them my report, they just shook their heads.
Yeah, but they knew you weren't thick. They knew you played truant. Daryl's the same. Always treating me like an airhead, picking me up on everything I say. He carries on like I'm a mental leopard.
You mean leper? Sorry.
Hello? Yeah, speaking. Could you hold on one moment, please? Guess who it is? That solicitor I wrote to about the Carter case.
You're joking. What's he want?
I don't know. I've just answered the phone, and I. Hello, sorry about that. Yes? Yes?
What's he saying? What's he saying?
Could you hold on 1 second, please? Will you get off? I can't hear nothing with your big fat breath in me ear, Sorry about that. That's great. I really appreciate you ringing to tell me. Thanks. Bye. I don't believe it, Shal.
Well, come on, tell us.
He said he was very impressed with the way I handled the Carter case, and he says we've got strong grounds for appeal, and he's only passing my letter on to our MP and the Home Secretary.
What, the Home Secretary? The one on spitting image?
I can't believe it, Shal. I thought he'd just throw my letter straight in the bin.
No, like the man said you impressed him. Here, Trace, the local paper might want to interview you. You might be on the 6 o'clock news. From now on, I don't want to hear no more crap about you being a waste of space. You, my girl, are about to change the course of British justice. Right, I'm going to go and shave me hairy bits. What shouldn't be hairy? We are going out on the razzle to celebrate.
No. I am going back up that firm. I'm going to do that interview and I'm going to get that job.
You can't.
Why?
It's too late. I got it.
You? How?
Bullshit. Told him I had loads of experience, 7 O-levels, and a Schwuppum of 180.
But that's dishonest.
No, Trace. That's confidence.